So, first topic natin sa image production and evaluation, guys, will be your primary factors, no, na tinatawag. So, when you say primary factors, ano-ano ba yung mga primary factors natin na nakikita nyo dun sa control panel nyo when we're still handling X-ray, you know? So, ano ba yan? Sige, try nyo rin sumagot ha, para ma-refreshan din kayo. So, what are those primary factors na tinatawag natin?
CVMA, sir.
Yes, basically we have three, di ba? You have
KBP.
your KBP, right? Followed by your MAS. Then of course, meron kang yung MAS mo. So you have, this is composed of your MA, you have your exposure time. Then you have your SID. So this is your distance. So these are the factors, guys, no? That are being manipulated, no? So the radiographer initiates and controls, no, the production of X-rays. So manipulating the prime factors, yung tinatawag natin, we call them as prime exposure factors, affects, no? So on the control panel will affect, especially yung KBP, yung tatlo, yung KBP, MA, and exposure time. It allows, no, both quantity and quality, yes, of the X-ray beam. Yan. So, dalawa daw. Manipulation of these primary factors will affect both quantity, gaano kadami yung X-ray beam natin at gaano kalakas, no, yung quality ng primary beam natin. Now, the quantity, guys, pag sinabi mo the quantity of the X-ray beam, no, indicates, no kaya yon, the number of X-ray, yes, X-ray photons in the primary beam. So pag sinabi natin photons, these are defined as discrete bundles of energy, no? So either X-ray yan or gamma rays. But since we're talking about diagnostic, so we will use the word X-ray. While the quality of the X-ray beam naman indicates its penetrating power. So these are the factors that can both affect the quantity and quality. So lahat yan merong say when we're talking about gaano kadami yung X-ray natin, gaano kalakas, or we're talking about its penetrability. So all of them can affect. Although no, not all these primary factors, guys, can affect both quantity and quality. So doon naman tayo pupunta, iisa-isahin naman natin ulit yan. So first topic natin dyan sa apat na yan, of course, andyan yung KVP natin. Now, when you say KVP or your kilovoltage peak, ano bang ibig sabihin ng primary factors na yan? So, ano-ano ba yung mga KVP function na tinatawag? Sige nga, try to remember your radiation, physics, and image production. So, ano-ano ba yung mga function ng natin, ng kilovoltage peak? So, nabanggit natin kanina dyan, it controls, guys, the energy of the primary. Ano pa? Penetrability, penetrating.
Penetrating power.
Yes, penetrating power, penetrating ability of the X-ray beam are affected by your kilovoltage peak. What else? Dun sa ano nyo, dun sa may X-ray tube nyo, it is responsible, guys, for accelerating the electron coming from your cathode towards your anode. So it accelerates the electrons. Meaning, when you say acceleration, we're talking about speed of electrons coming from cathode to anode. What else? So wavelength, no? Wavelength of photon is also affected by your kilovoltage peak. So, short wavelength, pag short wavelength ba, ano ba? Ano ba yung ano nun? Pag short wavelength, what is the KBP? Of course, higher KBP will produce a short wavelength of photon, di ba? While a low KBP would produce a long wavelength.
No.
Tama ba yan? Is that right? Is that right, guys? Short wavelength, low. So low KBP will produce longer wavelength. While a high KBP will produce a short wavelength. As we all know, the higher the wavelength, less penetration. Pag short wavelength, high penetration. Did you understand that? Less penetrability. While a high KBP will produce a shorter wavelength, and this produce more penetrability naman.
Indirectly sila, sir, no? Ay,
Yes,
tama. Proportional. Lagi.
when it comes to penetration, they are direct, di ba? Pero when it comes to wavelength, indirect.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Direct.
Now, can KBP affects density? Kaya niyo ba yung ano? Density?
MAS. Sir, ang density, alam ko. Yes.
MAS? No.
No.
KBP, guys, can affect radiographic density or your blackening, di ba? The film, ang tawag natin doon, di ba? That is your density. Paano? By your 15% KBP rule. The only primary factors that can affect both quantity and quality is your KBP. Paano natin nasabi yan? Because the higher the KBP, guys, it affects the production of scattered, tandaan nyo yan, scattered radiation. And the higher the scattered radiation, more radiation fog. Maraming nangyayaring fogging. And ano yung definition natin ng fogging? Fog is defined as, ano definition ng fog, di ba? Fog is defined as unwanted density or blackening. So that's why nasabi natin that KBP can also affect radiographic density. It's because of the production of scattered radiation. The higher the KBP, guys, the higher the scattered radiation, the higher the radiation fogging, the more blackening of the radiographic film. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Now, however, KBP primarily, no? It controls contrast. Yan ang kanyang primary function. Radiographic contrast is defined or is primarily governed by the amount of kBP that we are giving, no? And yung tinatawag mo namang blackening, ito yung this is your secondary function naman ng kBP. Again, sinasabi ko, the only primary factors that can affect both contrast and density, that is your kBP. Diyan sa apat na yan, si kBP lang ang merong pakialam kay quantity and quality. Okay, ano pa? It affects, guys, exposure to patient. The higher the kBP, the more penetration, less ang absorption, less ang radiation dose sa pasyente natin. Naintindihan nyo?
Yes
Nakuha nyo
po.
po ba? Okay. Nagbabalik tayo dun sa mga ibang ano na nabanggit natin kanina. So isa-isa na natin ngayon. So kBP again determines the speed of electrons. So in the tube current. So it determines the quality of the energy of the X-ray that are produced. Then, again, the quality of the X-ray energy determines the penetrability of the primary beam. Now, the quality of the X-ray beam, guys, as I've said earlier, no? So the quality of the X-ray energy refers to its energy level. Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, adjusting, di ba? Adjusting, meaning adjusting your kBP affects the quality of the primary beam. Now, kBP also, guys, affects also exposure. Saan? To the, ano ba yung ginagamit nating medium to record the anatomical areas, no? So, yung tinatawag nating IR, cassette, film, di ba? Ngayon kasi, since we are using both film and your CR and DR, yung imaging plate natin, they are both called as image receptor, no? Now, so kBP affects, guys, the exposure that will reach the IR. So kBP affects exposure to the IR because it alters the amount. Kaya nga sinabi natin quantity. Basta naririnig nyo yung amount, we're talking about quantity. When we're talking about quality, we're talking about penetrability. The amount and penetrating ability of the X-ray beam. So, ayan yung mga ano niya, functions niya, no? Now, whenever possible, so to reduce, ano, ito yung ano natin, to reduce patient exposure, ano dapat yung binibigay natin na factor sa pasyente natin? How can we minimize patient exposure? Nakita ko yung syllabus nyo, medyo stricto sila. Typical na, no? Typical na, unlike ibang-iba yung practice natin dito sa Pilipinas. Ang mga puti, talaga, they are very particular when it comes to radiation, to patient exposure. I remember that before.
Collimation po.
Yes, collimation would affect, di ba, patient exposure. Tandaan ko dati kasi may mga interns kami dito sa hospital na mga British and Irish, no? Those students very particular sila when it comes to patient exposure talaga. The reduction in the amount of the patient dose. So, to reduce patient exposure, alin dapat? Ano bang ibibigay nyo na KBP? So, you use a high KBP. Ano pa? Siyempre, the moment tumaas ang KBP, what will happen to MAS?
Lower MAS.
Yes, low MAS. So, those are the typical example, no, on how to reduce patient exposure utilizing your KBP. Now, tandaan nyo palagi, no? Increasing kilovoltage peak requires low MAS to maintain the desired exposure to our patient to the IR and decreases radiation dose to the patient. So those are some of the parameters that can reduce patient exposure using your KBP and MAS. So review, tandaan palagi pag sinasabi nating KBP, yung speed of electrons, tandaan nyo yan. Quality of the X-ray energy that are produced is governed by your KBP. Now, we're talking about penetrability of the primary beam is also governed by your KBP. Energy level, exposure to your image receptor. So we're talking again of penetrability. So to reduce patient exposure, gumamit ka ng mataas na KBP at the same time lowering your MAS because the relationship before KBP and MAS is inversely proportional. Hindi po pwede na pag tumaas yung KBP, tumataas din ang MAS natin. Again, increasing KBP, guys, what is the purpose of that? Is it lower your radiation dose to the patient. So, controls energy, penetrability, speed of electrons, wavelength of the photon, blackening of the film. We're talking about density. It affects scattered radiation to the production of scattered radiation because it produces radiation fogging, and fogging again is defined as unwanted density. So primarily, the main function of your KBP is it controls the radiographic contrast. So those are the parameters that can be affected by the amount of KBP. May question po ba? Naintindihan ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sa KBP pa lang.
Masarap lang andong para tayo bumabalik sa
Kaya nga, sir eh.
para tayo bumabalik sa normal na klase natin, which is
Oo.
before hindi masyadong ganito kalalim yung discussion,
Oo, hindi ganito, boss. Sir?
medyo mahirap kasi especially kahit sa review, siguro Jem, sa review nyo, saka ba nag-review Jem sa equip? So now we will compare now KBP. Dahan-dahanin natin ito. Sabi ko sa inyo, mas madaling intindihin yung exam nyo kung marunong yung basic, alam natin. So, KBP number of X-rays and penetrability. Sige, try nyong sagutan ha, na kayo. So ano kaya ang mangyayari? What will happen if there is an increase in KBP? What will happen kaya dun sa number of X-ray nyo? Less or more X-ray produce kung tumataas ang KBP?
More.
Yes, more X-rays produce. How about naman sa penetrability? Increase penetrability ba or decrease penetrability?
More
So,
penetrability.
Yes. So gawin na lang natin to para ano tayo, synonymous. So increase na lang. Yan na lang gagamitin
sige.
natin. Increase X-ray produce. What will happen to your penetrability?
Increase.
Increase penetrability.
Increase penetrability. So, of course, the effect is different pag pag nag-decrease kilovoltage peak. So, the effect is different, no? So, opposite. So, dito, pag nag-decrease si KBP, of course, decrease
Decrease.
X-rays produce.
Decrease.
Of course, decrease din ang
Penetrability.
penetrability natin. Ayan. Now, paano naman kaya kung ang pag-uusapan natin ay about KBP and radiographic image, no? So, KBP and radiographic image. So, increasing KBP changes, no? Increasing or decreasing KBP changes the amount of radiation exposure to the image
Patient.
receptor, and therefore the contrast produced within the image. So, yung discussion natin kanina, di ba? Pag tumataas ang KBP, tumataas din yung exposure dun sa sa image exposure. Therefore, tumataas din guys yung penetrability niya. So, if we will analyze that, pag sinabi mo so, KBP and X-ray quality. Tignan nyo. Ano bang pwedeng mangyari dyan? Pasensyahan nyo lang ako, medyo binabagalan ko yung discussion kasi medyo medyo detalyado yung kasi yung ganitong topic eh. Kahit nung college kayo, medyo hirap kayo sa ganito eh. Tama ba yon?
Yes, sir.
Tama kasi.
Oo.
Kaya kailangan natin dahan-dahanin. Okay. Sige, tignan nyo ha. Kayo sasagot. Increase KBP guys, what will happen to the speed of electrons? Will it increase or decrease?
Increase, sir.
Yes. Sabi natin kanina, KBP affects the speed of electrons. So pag tumataas si KBP, tumataas din ang speed of electrons. Yes. what happened now to the energy level? Kung mabilis
Energy
yung
level.
electrons, what will happen to the energy level ng X-ray nyo?
Ang higher penetrability.
Yes, because nagkakaroon ka ng
Increase in
increase energy, di ba? Tandaan nyo
Mhm.
palagi yan. If the speed of electrons increases, so does the energy of the X-ray. Naintindihan ba? Nakuha niyo po
Yes,
ba?
sir.
Sir,
Okay. Now, what happens now to your penetrability?
increase.
Increase also. So, yan. So, of course, the effect, different na naman. So, decrease kBp. So, yung speed of electrons mo, syempre, mabagal. And the moment that the speed of electrons decreases, decrease din ang energy of X-rays natin. So, therefore, decrease din ang penetrability. Naintindihan nyo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you just raise your hand kung meron kayong question, ha? Now, part of your bridging program, is the quality control check for your KBP or for the other parameters. So, since KBP ang topic natin ngayon, dito lang muna tayo. So, quality control check for KBP accuracy. Yan. So, ano bang standards natin when it comes to KBP accuracy? So, X-ray, again, nabanggit natin kanina, X-ray quality, so can be affected if the actual KBP, use is inaccurate. So, anong ginagamit natin? A digital KBP meter measures the actual KBP that is produced. So, we're using a Wisconsin test cassette that estimates the amount of KBP by measuring the densities that is produced or tinatawag mong blackness produced on the film. So, the maximum, meron tayong tinatawag guys na maximum tolerance or variability. Ito, tatandaan nyo ba? Dito yung palaging tinatanong, of the KBP is plus or minus 5%. Ano ibig sabihin yan? So, for example, nag-set ka ng KBP mo at 100 KBP. So, 5% of 100 is also 5 KBP. Tama ba yon? Is that right?
Yes, yes.
So,
5%.
pag naglagay ka ng KBP dun sa control panel mo, and if you want to check KBP accuracy, which is ang tolerance natin is 5% of the actual KBP. So, kung nakalagay dun sa control panel mo is 100 at chinek mo yun, nag-check ka ng KBP accuracy mo, so dapat dun sa may result mo, it's either 105 or 95 ang
95.
pwedeng ma-reading. Kasi nga 5% plus or minus. Although guys, ang actual sa control panel is 100, pero doon sa actual reading mo, using the Wisconsin test cassette, ay lumalabas ay 95 or 105, pasok pa rin yung tolerance na yon. Meaning, accurate pa rin yung makina mo. Naintindihan nyo ba?
Okay.
Pero pag kulang or sumobra naman sa 5% of the actual KBP, then meaning the machine is not calibrated. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ito. Tandaan nyo yan. Yan naman kasi palagi ang tinatanong sa ano eh. Yan naman palagi ang tinatanong sa when it comes to quality assurance ng mga X-ray machines. No? Hindi nawawala yan tanong na yan. Whether local or international, lumalabas pa rin yung plus or minus 5%.
Okay.
So, punta tayo ngayon sa KBP. Pa rin. So, medyo marami, no? Sa apat na prime factor, guys, ang pinakamahirap lahat na kontrolin is si kilovoltage peak. Bakit ko nasabi yan? Kilovoltage peak, sabi natin kanina, can affect contrast and density. MAS only affects density. SID only affects density. Exposure time only affects density. Pero the only prime factors that can affect both blackness and contrast, no, is your KBP. Kaya nga sa lahat, ang pinakamahirap na kontrolin is the amount of KBP.
Bagay, sakto.
So, KBP and radiographic contrast. So, again, balik tayo. Increase kilovoltage peak. What will happen kaya sa absorption? Pag tumataas po ba ang KBP, what will happen to penetrability muna para mas maintindihan? Will it increase or decrease?
Increases.
Increase. Increase penetrability. Now, what happens to your transmission? Pag sinabi mong transmission, guys, ito yung pagtama ng X-ray sa pasyente natin. Ito yung lumalabas na X-ray coming from the patient. During interaction of radiation with our patient, tatlo kasi ang pwedeng mangyari. Number one, pwedeng magkaroon ng absorption. Na-absorb ng tissues natin yung X-ray. Pangalawa, pwedeng magkaroon ng scattering. Pangatlo, nagkakaroon ng transmission. Yung lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente natin, and those are the useful information na nakakapture ng image receptor natin. Yung tinatawag ng remnant radiation, natatandaan nyo ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ano kaya ang pwedeng mangyari, guys? Pag ang KBP mo tumataas, sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung word na transmission, this is the amount of X-ray, no, that exits the patient and interacts with our image receptor. So, will it increase ba or decrease? Mas marami bang lumalabas na X-ray pag mataas ang KBP natin?
No, less radiation daw, sir.
No. We're talking about transmission, yung lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente.
Scattered radiation.
Tatlo kasi, di ba? I have mentioned, tatlo yung pwedeng mangyari. There will be absorption. There will be scattering. And there will be transmission. So, pag tumataas yung X-ray, yung KBP nyo, tumataas yung energy level, right?
Yes.
The moment tumaas ang energy level, tumataas ang penetrability ng X-ray beam natin. So meaning, tumataas din po ang transmission natin. So again, by definition, yung transmitted X-ray natin, sabi natin, those are the X-ray that exits the patient and provides useful information that will gathered by our image receptor. Naintindihan nyo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what will happen kaya dun sa X-ray intensity? So guys, tandaan nyo palagi,
Decrease with
pag-decrease, pag-increase ang KBP nyo palagi. Pag-increase ha? Pag mataas ang KBP guys, yung tinatawag mo na variation in the X-ray intensities bumababa. Ano yung bakit bumababa? Kasi pag tumataas ang KBP natin, yung X-ray beam mo mas more uniform. Ano ibig sabihin ng uniform? Tatandaan natin guys, X-ray are produced hetero. Di ba? Pag sinabi mong hetero, ano ibig sabihin ng hetero? Iba-iba. They are produced heterogeneously, di ba? Merong soft X-ray, tandaan nyo yan sa radiation physics nyo. Merong soft X-ray, merong hard X-ray. Tama ba ako? Kaya nga meron tayong short wavelength X-ray, meron tayong tinatawag na higher wavelength X-ray. Babalikan nyo to.
Yes,
Di ba?
sir.
Pag tumataas ang KBP, anong sabi natin kanina? Longer wave, pag mababa ang KBP, longer wavelength, less penetrability. Pag mataas ang KBP, short wavelength, more penetrability. So meaning guys, pag tumataas daw ang KBP mo, natatanggal yung mga long wavelength. Natatanggal yung mga X-ray na ang intensity ay mababa. Nagiging more uniform, nagiging higher, highly penetrating ang X-ray nyo. Therefore, yung variation from low energy to a higher energy X-ray, nababawasan kasi nga tumataas yung KBP nyo kasi nga tumataas din yung energy level. Nakuha niyo po ba yung point ng number 3 na statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the moment na tumaas yung X-ray mo, ano kaya mangyayari dun sa subject contrast natin? Bumababa din ang decrease subject contrast. Bakit? The moment bumaba ang subject contrast, bakit bumaba ang subject contrast nyo? What will happen again pag tumataas palagi ang KBP? What will happen to your scattered radiation?
Less scattered radiation, sir.
No. Tandaan, pag
Higher
tumataas ang KBP, babalik ulit tayo dito, babalik tayo dito. The moment na tumaas ang X-ray po natin, what will happen to the amount of affects production of scattered radiation.
Ay.
Diba? The higher the KBP, the higher the
The higher the
scattered radiation,
scattered.
higher radiation fogging, and again, fogging is defined as unwanted blackening, therefore decrease ang
Scattered radiation.
radiographic contrast natin due to production of scattered radiation. Nakuha niyo po ba?
Yes, sir. Yes. Ay, yun pala.
So, pabalikan na natin. So, again, the effect. Okay, iba rin. You don't need, guys, you don't need to memorize. You don't need to memorize lahat yan, ha? Anong gagawin nyo? Isa lang dapat yung tandaan kasi pag alam mo yung effect dun sa isa, alam niyo yung opposite. Tama ba yon?
Yes, sir.
And please, you do not, guys, you don't memorize this one as much as possible. You try to understand. Kasi pag nagkatanungan sa physics, ganyan pa rin ang effect niyan. Okay. Next tayo. So, next natin is, ito na, KBP. Scattered radiation. And radiographic contrast. Ayan pwedeng mangyari. Number one, again, increase KBP tayo. Okay. Answer me. If I increase my KBP, what will happen again to X-ray transmitted? Increase or decrease?
Increase.
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 Mas marami ang lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente. Transmitted. Now, what will happen guys to absorption? Pag marami lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente, bumababa po ba yung absorption?
Lesser, decrease.
Decrease po. Decrease po ang absorption. Pag sinabi mong absorption, di ba, yung natatanggap na X-ray ng pasyente. Di ba?
And radiation.
Yes, po.
Pag transmission po, nabanggit ko kanina sa inyo, tatlo ang pwedeng mangyari pag ang X-ray ay tumama sa pasyente
Utang ko lang
natin.
din eh.
Number one, pwedeng magkaroon ng absorption. Diba? Pangalawa, pwedeng magkaroon ng scattering. At pangatlo, pwede tayong magkaroon ng transmission. So, if marami yung lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente natin, definitely less ang nag-X-ray absorption. Kasi mas marami nga lumabas eh, di ba? Naintindihan niyo po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, pag decrease ang absorption, ano kaya yung interaction ng X-ray sa mga tissues natin? Of course, guys, decrease overall interaction. Bakit? Kasi nga, mas marami yung lumabas na X-ray sa pasyente. So, yung interaction with the cells in our body is lessened. Kasi nga, mas marami yung nag-penetrate. Therefore, pag less ang interaction with the tissues of our body, less din ang absorption. Nakuha niyo po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ito, i-arrange ko ha. I-arrange ko na lang ito na para hindi kayo mahihirapan. Now, how about Compton scattering? Ano ba yung Compton na yan na tinatawag? Meron tayong 5 interaction of radiation with matter. 3 ang nangyayari sa diagnostic range. Ano yun? Number 1 yung coherent, di ba? Natandaan niyo pa ba? Yung oscillation, yung vibration lang. Interaction with the outermost shell electron. We call that as coherent. There is no transfer of energy. Kumbaga, pinasaya ka lang.
Pinakilig, sir.
Pinakilig ka lang. Nakita mo yung crush mo, pero wala. Pinakilig ka lang. Tumingin lang sa'yo saglit. Ayun lang. There is no transfer of energy. That is coherent. And the interaction is between a low energy X-ray and outermost shell electron. Now, isusunod mo, you have your Compton interaction. Ano na yung Compton? Interaction also with the outermost shell electron, pero there is only partial absorption of energy. Pinakilig ka, sinulyapan ka lang, pero hanggang dun lang. Pero may effort kahit paano. Yun nga lang, hindi buhos. Hindi binigay lahat. Kaya from word na partial transfer of energy, meaning there is partial absorption. And guys, habang tumataas po ang KBP, tatandaan nyo, tumataas din ang Compton. What is responsible, guys, for the scattered radiation is the Compton effect. You always remember that. What is responsible for the radiographic contrast? That is your photoelectric effect. So this will be discussed later on, ano, pag nag-radiation physics tayo. Now, ito lang tandaan. Pag tumataas po ang X-ray nyo palagi, tumataas ang Compton scattering. At pag tumaas ang scattering, what will happen to scattered radiation? Ano mangyayari pag tumaas ang scattered radiation, guys? Ang Compton scattering, tumataas din ba ang scattered radiation produced? Of course. Increase scattered radiation. Pag tumaas ang scattered radiation nyo, what will happen again to your radiation fog?
Tataas oh.
Tumataas
Ay.
din, of course. Yes.
Kasi
Blackening.
Yes. Increase radiation
ano,
fog. Di ba?
kasi
Fogging, guys, di ba? Fogging radiographic fogging, one of the reason bakit, number one, of course, mataas yung KBP. Other factors would include your storage, di ba? Pag mainit, ang area, ang storage area nyo, it can cause fogging. Heat fog naman yon. Pag yung dark room mo, merong leak ng white light, it can cause also fogging, di ba? And fogging again is unwanted blackening, di ba? Unwanted density. Naintindihan niyo po ba? O, pag
Yes.
tumaas,
Yes, sir.
pag tumaas ang fogging, ano nangyayari sa contrast, guys?
decrease,
What will-
sir.
Bumababa. You always remember that.
Pumapangit.
Pumapangit. Yes.
Decrease subject contrast.
More shades of ano, 'di ba? More shades of gray. Foggy, 'di ba? Sabi nyo nga nung internship nyo, pag ang kuha nyo, especially pag film, 'di ba? Pag masyado mataas ang KBP,
Ilaw ba
foggy.
yun?
Foggy, hindi, sunog.
Tunog. Okay.
Sunog. Puro shades of gray yung nakikita nyo. Pero meron kang image pero more shades of gray. Kasi when you say contrast, contrast is defined as the difference between blackness and whiteness, 'di ba?
Okay.
Now, tignan nyo nangyari tumaas ang KBP, tumaas ang Compton scattering. The moment tumaas ang scattering, tumaas ang scattered radiation, tumataas din ang radiation fogging. The moment na tumataas palagi ang fogging, palaging bumabagsak ang contrast natin. And of course, pag decrease absorption, guys, what will happen pag decrease absorption, bumababa po si photoelectric effect. Ano ba si photoelectric effect? Pag sinabi mong photoelectric effect, this is, guys, total absorption. The interaction is with the K electrons, the innermost shell electrons. Your incident X-ray will transfer all of its energy to the K shell electrons. So nawawala yung incident X-ray, ina-absorb lahat ng K electrons. So nagkakaroon ka ng production ng photoelectrons, and this is responsible for the radiographic contrast. Pero pag ito palagi yung tatandaan, ha? Pag tumataas ang X-ray Compton scattering, palagi mababa ang contrast. Pag mababa naman ang KBP nyo, baligtad naman yung effect niya. Decrease ngayon, guys, ang X-ray transmitted. Kaunti lang po ang lumalabas na X-ray sa pasyente. So ngayon, ano nangyayari sa Compton scattering pag mababa ang KBP? So decrease ang Compton scattering natin. Siyempre, the moment bumaba ang Compton scattering, bumababa din ang ating scattered radiation. Now, pag bumaba yung scattered radiation, bumababa din, of course, yung radiation fogging natin. Pag bumaba yung fogging natin, tumataas ang ating contrast. Kaso, mababa yung KBP mo, guys, tumataas yung absorption. Siyempre, tumataas din yung interaction sa mga cells and tissues natin pag mababa ang KBP natin. The moment na tumataas po ang interaction, tumataas ang photoelectric effect. Yan nyo ha. Now, ano kaya ang pwedeng mangyari guys pag ang KBP, since marami yung absorption, since less ang absorption, pag higher KBP, what will happen to your patient dose kaya? Sama na natin dito. Pag marami yung na-absorb, tumataas ba ang patient dose or bumababa?
Sir, sorry, ano pong tanong, sir? Sorry po.
Tumataas po ba yung radiation dose ng pasyente kung marami ang interaction? Kung mas marami ang absorption?
Medyo naggalat lang.
Tataas ba ang radiation exposure ng pasyente? If there is more absorption, or if there is less absorption rather? Bumaba po yung absorption ng pasyente. What will happen kaya dun sa radiation dose natin?
Tataas, sir. Kasi tataas yung
Tignan nyo ha, decrease absorption, decrease overall interaction. What will happen to patient dose? Of course, guys,
bababa.
decrease radiation dose. Patient dose rather. Kasi nga, mas marami yung lumabas. Nakuha nyo yung point. Due to more transmission, guys, due to more transmission, due to more transmission, less ang absorption, definitely patient dose will decrease. Naintindihan?
Okay, sir. Yes po.
Dito naman, baligtad. Bumaba
Yes,
ang
sir,
X-ray mo, bumaba ang KBP natin, what will happen is tumaas yung absorption ng X-ray. Mas marami guys yung X-ray na na-deposit sa katawan ng pasyente. So therefore, since marami yung absorption, what will happen to patient dose?
Increase po.
Increase po. So, nakuha niyo po ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yan, di ba? Ang saya lang. Wala pa tayo sa positioning. Ay, nako. Okay. Dito. Pagsamahin naman natin yung dalawa. So, you have your KBP followed by density and contrast. So, if KBP increases, what will happen to your density kaya?
Increase, sir.
Increase density. Tama. Bakit? Due to?
Fogging.
Yes. Due to increase scattered radiation and increase radiation fog. What happens to your contrast?
Decrease, sir.
Yes, very good. Decrease contrast. Bakit? Kasi nga, tumaas din si radiation and contrast. At tatanggalin ko na lang to. Dito ko ilalagay sa baba. So, the rationale for that, guys, is this one. Ano? Tumaas ang density mo kasi more ang fogging. And again, fogging is unwanted blackening or density. The moment na tumaas ang scattered radiation mo, tumaas ang radiation fogging mo, bumababa ang radiographic contrast. Nakuha niyo po ba yan?
Yes, sir.
So, dito, baligtad, of course, ang effect. So, decrease density and increase contrast. Again, same rationale tayo. Pero, decrease naman. Again, sabi ko sa inyo guys, you do not memorize, try to understand it. Right? Anong itanong sa inyo with regards to this subject matter, kaya ninyong sagutin. Okay. So, we proceed to your adjustment, no? Adjustment in the KBP. So, KBP and density change. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng KVP and density change na yan? So, sa range daw, guys, sa range daw na 40 to 50 KVP, what will happen daw? Para magkaroon ng perceptible change or kaunting pagbabago dun sa blackening of the film if ang factor na ginagamit mo ay nasa 40 to 50 kilovoltage peak. For example, ang ibig sabihin ng statement ko na yon, yung una mong kuha ay hilaw or medyo hilaw at kailangan, medyo perceptible. Kailangan mo ng kaunting pagbabago, slight difference in the amount of density dun sa radiographic image mo if ang KBP na ginagamit mo ay 40. Ilan daw dapat yung idadagdag? Ito yung tinatawag nating portion, discuss ito before sa image production and evaluation yun nung nasa school kayo or nung kumukuha kayo ng board exam. This is your 4% or your 5% KVP rule. Kay Busyong, 5%. Other textbooks, sabi nila, 4% KVP rule. Meaning, kukunin mo daw yung 5% ng KVP para magkaroon ng perceptible change. So, kung 40 to 50, ilan ba yung 5% ng 50? Diba, that is 2.5. Tama ba ako? Or 4%. Ilan ba yung 40? Anong gagawin nyo dyan? Kunin nyo yung 4% ng 50 KBP. Sige nga, try nyo computein yan.
4% for
So,
2%.
convert 4% into decimal first. So, dalawang zero papuntang kaliwa. So,
0.4.
0.04. Tama ba ako?
0.04
Times 50
times
KBP.
50.
Ilan na nakuha mo ninyo? So you multiply guys, 4% of 50 KBP. Tignan nyo. So ano mangyayari? So convert 4% into decimal. So move 2 to the left. So 0.04 times 50 KBP. Ilan na lumabas, Andong?
2, sir, 2.
2. So meaning guys, pag 40 to 50 daw at you need a perceptible change, kaunting pagbabago sa density, you simply add 2 KVP. Paano naman kung 70 to 80 KVP? Again, you get the 4% of 80. So lalabas diyan siguro around 6. Try mo nga.
3.2, sir.
4% ng 80.
3.2.
3.2, no? So but it ranges from 4 to 6. So from 70 to 80, ang adjustment natin is add 6 KBP. Pag 100 and above, So we simply add 10 kbp. Now, the concept guys, the principle behind this one is ito ha, 4% or 5%. So meron kayo makikitang ganyang question, ang ibibigay na word sa inyo is slight change in kbp to slight change in kbp to have a perceptible change in density. So again, from 40 to 50 kbp, add 2 kbp, from 70 to 80, you add 6 kbp. Pag 100, you add 10 kbp. Saan ko kinuha yan? Dito, sa 4% kbp rule. Okay? Tandaan nyo lang to, yung 4% kbp rule natin. Again, slight change, kaunting pagbabago sa density. So, lagyan natin ng word dito. To produce a noticeable or perceptible change in radiographic density, employing your kbp ha. Hindi pa ito yung 15% kbp rule natin. This is only your 4% or 5% kbp rule. Nakuha niyo po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next natin guys is you have your kbp MAS relationship na. Pupunta na tayo sa 15% kbp rule natin. So we'll just simply finish the discussion for the kbp before we have a short break. So kbp and MAS relationship. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? So, number one, you have your 15% kbp rule. Now, meron tayong dalawang klase, no? Number one, to increase, tingnan nyo ha, to increase daw ang density, ano dapat ang gagawin nyo? So, original kbp plus 15%. To increase density ha, to increase density. Ano ibig sabihin? For example, kumuha kayo ng x-ray nyo guys. For example lang ha, yung una mong factor is 70 kbp. Tapos ang MAS mo is 10 MAS. Na-notice mo, yung x-ray mo, hilaw. Intindihan nyo? So,
Yes, sir.
hilaw. Hilaw ang kuha nyo. Meaning, decrease ang density. Tama ba ako?
Yes.
Hilaw eh. Anong gagawin mo ngayon para tumaas yung density? Ito kanina guys, kaunting pagbabago. We are employing a 4% kbp rule. Kaunting pagbago, medyo hilaw ka lang. Ito, hilaw ka talaga. Anong magiging factor mo ngayon? So, anong gagawin nyo? What is the 15% of 70?
20.
So, again, convert 15% to decimal. So, 0.15 multiplied by 70. Ilan?
10.5, sir.
10.5. Wala naman 0.5 sa control panel, no? So, yung pinakamalapit ay either 10 or 12, di ba? Tama ba ako? Kasi nakalagay dyan,
Yes, sir.
10.5. Wala naman 10.5 sa control panel. So, i-round off mo na lang. So, pwede maging 11. Tama ba ako?
11. Yeah.
Or 11. So, anong gagawin mo ngayon? So, nakalagay dyan, original kbp plus 15%. So, ang mangyayari ay 70 plus 11, yung bago mong factor ngayon
11.
ay 81 kbp and maintain pa
81.
rin ang MAS mo na 10. Nakuha nyo?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Kasi ito yan, no? Original KBP plus 15.
UBP plus 50%.
Pero yung MAS, walang pagbabago. Nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 2, paano naman pag decrease density? Sunog ang kuha mo.
Density.
Ilan nga yung original KBP natin? 70.
7.
Diba? Ito naman, sunog. Meaning, increase ang density. So, anong gagawin mo? 70 again minus 11. Kasi 15% of 70 is 11. Tama ba ako? So, ilan yung factor nyo
Yes.
ngayon? Ilan yung KBP nyo ngayon?
59.
So, the answer is 59 KBP. And anong factor nyo? 10
10
MAS
MAS.
pa rin. Naintindihan niyo po ba yan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is original KBP minus
15%.
15%. So, to get your 15%, i-convert nyo muna yung percentage into decimal. So, you just move 0 to the left, no?
No.
2 positions to the left rather. Nakuha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. To maintain naman. Ano ibig sabihin ng to maintain density? So, to
Lang, sir.
maintain density. So, what is the meaning of to maintain density? So, sabi dito, tatlo kasi, no? Tatlo kasi yung pwede nating gamitin.
Mm.
So, number 1, to maintain density naman daw. Ano ibig sabihin ng to maintain density na tinatawag? Yung kuha nyo, okay na. For example, again, ayan po. For example, yung kuha natin ay 70 kbp. Kaso, it produces a low contrast, a high contrast. Diba sabi natin kanina, pag mababa ang kbp, mataas ang contrast. Agree kayo?
Yes, sir.
Now, gusto ng radiologist nyo, pababain yung contrast. So, paano bababa yung contrast? What will happen to KBP? You always remember this one, ha? Guys, pag increase ang KBP, you produces a short scale contrast. Diba? Pag short scale ang contrast, meaning high contrast to. Tama ba yan? Agree kayo dyan? This is
Yes,
low,
sir.
I'm sorry, this is, baliktad pala. This is low contrast. This is long scale. Yan. Ano ibig sabihin? Example. Nag-x-ray. Sino bang ano na nga yun natin dito? O, Jeremy, nasa x-ray ka, di ba? Sa Makati Med?
Yes po, sir.
O, ano yung pinakamataas na ibigay mo na KBP para sa chest?
Ay,
Without,
yes, sir. Ano po?
without grid, ha? Without grid. For example, gumawa ka ng mobile x-ray.
Without grid, pinakamataas, sir. Ano, sir? Nasa 110.
Walang grid, ha? Walang grid. O, sige, sabihin natin
Walang
110. Is this mobile?
Apo, sir. Mobile, sir.
Mobile. Ano na-obserbahan mo sa kuha mo? Medyo madilim?
Oh, sir.
Diba? So meaning, yung 110 kbp mo, Jeremy, nag-produce yun ng long scale contrast. Low contrast. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yun ang, kasi nga, bakit dumilim? Kasi maraming scattered radiation. Maraming radiation fog. So therefore, ang radiographic contrast mababa. Kasi
Grainy po
wala,
siya.
kasi wala kang grid eh.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Ito gagawin mo. Try mo to ha. Yung original KBP mo, anong gagawin mo? To maintain density daw. Sabi, original KBP mo plus, no? Pwede kang magbawas minus 15% KBP. And, so meaning bumaba yung KBP mo. Pero yung MAS mo, dapat i-multiply mo by 2. Ilan yung ginamit mong MAS during that examination?
Mga nasa ano, sir, 12.
12
Mm.
MAS. Okay, 12 MAS. Yan. Example natin yung pasyente mo. Now, to maintain density, original KBP minus 15% KBP and MAN and times 2 mo dapat, yung MAS mo dapat i-multiply mo by half. Yung kuha mo na 110 KBP tsaka 12 MAS, di ba meron ka ng image dyan? Tama ba
Apo,
ako?
sir.
However, nag-complain ka na yung kuha ay masyadong foggy kasi nga
Um,
mataas ang KBP. Nag-produce ka ng low contrast. Tama ba ako?
Apo.
Ang gagawin mo, try this one ha. Please get 0.15 multiply again by 110. Ilan po ito? Paki-compute nga po.
15.5, sir.
15.5. So let's say the answer
5.
is 15.5 or sabihin
16 po.
natin 16 po. Ang gagawin mo, 110 minus 16, ilan ngayon?
94 po.
94. As compared with 110, bumaba ang 94 kBP. So,
Mm-mm.
yung contrast, sabi natin kanina, di ba? Baliktarin natin ito. Pag ang kBP mo, decrease kBP, ano mangyayari? Number 1, short scale contrast. Pag short scale contrast, this is defined as high contrast. Naintindihan mo?
Yes, sir.
So, yung bago mong factor ngayon, from 110, naging 94 na.
Opo.
Pero, yung, this is KBP. Pero, yung MAS mo, you need to multiply it by 2. So, ang gamit mong factor ngayon, from 12, nagiging 24 MAS ka na. May pagbabago ba sa image mo? Yes. Bakit? Bumaba yung KBP natin, so meaning yung contrast mo tumataas. Habang bumababa ang KBP, ang contrast palaging tumataas. Yun nga lang, may problema tayo. Bakit? Tumaas po si MAS, so meaning tumaas naman ang patient dose.
Dose.
Naintindihan nyo?
Yes, sir.
So yun lang kaakibat ng ganyang factoring.
Sir, may question. Kasi yung sa portable kasi namin, sir, yung sa Samsung.
Mm.
Kadalasan, sir, hiwalay pong minsan yung MA tapos yung sa second.
Mm.
Kahit nasa tamang factor kami,
Mm.
pangit pa rin talaga yung kinakalabasan ng x-ray. Though, mataba naman talaga kasi yung pasyente. So, nag-a-adjust din kami, sir, mano-mano dun sa seconds kapag portable. Kahit binabaan na namin yung KV, tas tinaasan. Parang ang sagad kasi, sir, ng portable namin, mga nasa 25 po ata. Ganun.
25 MAS?
Oh, sir. Tapos yung sa KV namin, sir, parang ang sagad ata,
110?
200.
I,
200, sir, yung sagad.
I don't think hindi aabot ng ano. I don't think aabot ng 200 kbp yan. Siguro nasa 110, 120 lang yan. Kasi ang maximum na
Ayan,
kbp
yan, sir.
ngayon, ang maximum is nasa 150 for a stationary ha. Pero for mobile, it ranges from 100 to 120. Now, medyo foggy ang kuha nyo. Mataba ang pasyente. So, expected naman na ganun talaga. Siyempre, pag mataba ang pasyente, guys, tandaan nyo palagi pag mataba ang pasyente, mas maraming tubig, mas maraming scattered radiation na produce. So, you don't expect na yung kuha ay maganda ang contrast. Kasi dahil din sa patient condition yun. Kasi nga, large patient guys, large patient would produce more scattered radiation. The only solution for that is to use a cassette equipped with grid.
Grid.
Kahit tayo ay naka-CR o naka-DR, if your cassette or your imaging plate is not equipped with a grid, useless pa rin guys. Same ang effect ng scattering sa direct radiography and for your computed or your digital radiography. We still under the effect of scattered radiation.
Okay, sir.
So kailangan talagang dapat pag ganon, ang isang technique na lang diyan, Jeremy, is ito yung binigay ko sa iyo. Try to
Okay.
adjust for your KBP para less ang scattered radiation, pero kailangan mo mag-adjust sa MAS.
Okay, sir.
O,
Sige.
dalawa ang adjustment natin sa KBP ha, either 15% or 4%.
Okay po. Thank you, sir.
So, pwede rin namang original KBP guys. For example, gusto mo pataasin yung contrast, pwede rin namang original KBP plus 15% and MAS, babawasan mo naman, divided ka naman, reduce naman ang gagawin niya. Ayan. Naintindihan po ba?
Yes, sir.
So ito yung mga adjustment natin ha pag KBP. So maintain your density. Pwede rin namang this one guys is this one of course increase ang patient dose natin kasi nag times 2 ang MAS natin pero tumaas naman yung yung quality of the X-ray. Basta quality kasi palaging KBP yan. Ito naman po reduce patient dose pero higher contrast naman ito kasi nga nabawasan ka ng ng KBP mo. So original KBP minus, so this will be addition ito, sorry. Ayan. So plus 15 KBP. Pag nagdagdag ka ng KBP mo by 15% guys, reduce palagi ang MAS by half. Pag ikaw naman ay nagbawas ka ng 15%, dapat ang MAS ay tataas ng twice naman. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So meron po ba tayong katanungan?
Wala pa sa ngayon, sir.
Okay. Now, ito pa, so this will be our last discussion for your KBP. Ito yung tinatawag natin guys na optimum KBP. Ano ba yung tinatawag na optimum KBP na yan? So each body part guys, meron tayong tinatawag na optimum KBP. Meaning, at that range, it would penetrate regardless of the thickness of our patient. So the adjustment na lang pag ganon will be the amount of the MAS to control your density. Now, ito, mapapansin nyo rin to. Meron reason bakit ito yung during your internship o ngayon tatrabaho kayo, bakit ito yung binibigay na factor natin sa pasyente. So, basically, pag ang pasyente guys ay small extremities, no? For example, yung kamay, hand, large extremities, you have your skull, PNS,
Abdomen, sir.
abdomen, right? Tama yan, abdomen. Syempre, sama mo na dyan si abdomen, si pelvis, di ba? Tsaka
Opo.
si vertebra mo, halos magkakapareha sila ng factor, right?
Opo.
Then for your GI tract, iba naman yun. Meron ka rin chest. Now, normally, tignan nyo ha, ang binibigay nyo na factor during operation, nasa 60. Tama ba? Mga fingers, 50 to 60.
Opo.
Pag
50-60.
kayo ay nag-x-ray for example ng knee, femur, yung factor nyo, KBP nyo, nagre-range sa 70, tama ba yan?
25. Opo.
Pag gumagawa kayo ng skull, it would range around 80.
80.
Yan.
PNS 70 to 70.
70 PNS kasi merong air cells.
Yes po.
Pag gumagawa kayo ng abdomen, pelvis, tumatakbo rin sa 80 kbp ang binibigay natin, di ba? And for GI tract, nasa 90 kasi nga GI tract are best seen employing the use of your barium enema or barium sulfate. As we all know, basta barium sulfate ang ginagamit as contrast agent, it requires a higher kbp. There are only two examinations in the body that requires a higher kbp technique. Number one is chest radiography. Second is those examinations that requires the use of barium sulfate. Tandaan nyo yun. Pag gumagawa kayo ng chest, di ba, 80, andyan yung range nyo. So,
Opo.
these are the range, guys, ng ano nyo. Ang tawag dyan is optimum kbp. Now, pag sinabi mong optimum, when you say optimum kbp, ano ba ibig sabihin ng optimum kbp? So this is the
To produce.
kbp necessary, no? To penetrate various body parts. So ang tawag natin dyan, that is your optimum kbp. So meaning at that range, it would penetrate. However, the question is how much contrast, how much densities. Again, it would varies naman. When we're talking about thickness, primarily the prime factors that controls the quantity of radiation that will exit the patient, of course, it's your MAS. So dun papasok naman ang MAS natin. Pag ang pag-uusapan naman natin ay kung gaano kakapal yung kailangan nating x-rayan.
Okay po.
Okay? But when we're talking about optimum kbp, will it penetrate or not? Meron tayong standard dyan. Nakuha po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I'm done with the discussion for kilovoltage peak. So the next topic is about milliamperage or your MA. So far, wala pa namang katanungan. Jalen, Fair, Renzi, you all good?
Wala na. Okay.
You all good?
Yes, boss. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay,
Boss, bakit boss palagi?
nasanay ka kasi.
Okay.
Nag-i-intern ka pa, Andong.
Sir.
Anyways, naiintindihan nyo ba yung discussion ngayon? Medyo,
Yes, sir.
medyo dumadali ba?
Opo.
Yes,
Mas
sir.
naintindihan ko na ngayon, sir, yung KBP rule na 15%.
Oo nga
Kasi-
po.
Noon, hindi talaga.
Kasi ang style nila, yung style nila, di ba? Pinaparaphrase nila yung question. But yung principle, guys, yung essence ng theoretical discussion, parehas lang naman yan eh. Hindi naman mag-iiba yan eh.
Mm.
It's the same, guys. It's the same. Like, for example, bibigyan kayo ng radiograph. Nakita sa radiograph na medyo less contrast, di ba? Mababa yung contrast. O anong babaguhin nyo? O yan, alam nyo na ngayon kung ano i-adjust nyo pag ang contrast ay mababa. What will you do? Anong
Sir.
primary adjustment? Of course, KBP, di ba? Kasi nga, the only factors that affects contrast is your KBP.
KBP.
Pag tinanong kayo, ilang percent ba ang ibabawas? Titignan nyo ngayon yung question. Baka mamaya perceptible, noticeable change lang, bawasan nyo ng 4%. Kung malaki yung
4%.
pagbabago, bawasan nyo ng 15%. Di ba? Ganun lang yun.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, we will have a short break, then we will continue with our discussion. Ang next discussion natin is milliamperage naman. Okay?
Okay, sir.
P-break
Okay.
muna tayo. P-break. Bye-bye. I'll get back.